Hello and welcome to another Stop Living with Debt tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to introduce you to the Financial Health Analyzer. This tool will help you determine the current state of your finances and has features to help you improve it. If you like this tutorial, you can download the Financial Health Analyzer for free from our website at stoplivingwithdebt.com. This is the screen that you see the first time that you launch the Financial Health Analyzer. You don't enter any values on this screen other than the date in this field right here. All of this information is pulled from the rest of the workbook. So at the bottom of the screen you'll see these tabs. We have Summary tab, Income and Assets, Personal Debt, Living Expenses, Invested, Mortgage Payoff Calculator, and then Notes. This tool is based on these three primary tabs: Income Assets, Personal Debt, and Living Expenses. These are tools to the right, the Invested, Mortgage Payoff Calc, and Notes, are tools that we're going to go into in more depth in later tutorials. So we're going to focus on these three today. So let's go ahead and click on Income and Assets. And you'll find that we have categories for each major bucket of what your income and assets should be. So you're going to enter in your income: husband, wife, spouse, partner, any rental income, basically anything that's generating revenue outside of stocks and 401ks, etc. You're going to put in this area up here. We have a place for your FICO credit scores, and we'll get into that in later tutorials. It's just tools. Stocks. You want to put your accounts in account totals. You don't want to put individual stocks here unless it's an individual account. Revenue, you only want to use if you're actually taking dividends. If you're in a dividend reinvestment program, as an example, and those dividends reinvest into your account, you don't actually take possession, you don't add that in the revenue. So just when you're actually taking monies out. Same is true with IRA, 401k. Only if you're taking distributions. Your checking and savings account, you're just putting your balances in here. Life insurance and other assets. Now, the property value for real estate is pulled from your personal debt tab, and I'll show you that in a minute. So you can't change that, but if you have additional items that you want to add, feel free to do so. I also want to note, to the right of these columns, I have little tips, little notes. So go ahead and refer to those if you need to as you're filling out the sheet. But income and assets, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and go down and click on personal debt. Now our personal debt tab actually breaks out three different property types. If you have a primary residence and a vacation home or something like that, don't put all the mortgages in here. Put for your primary residence your mortgage A, if you have a second, and if you have a third. And then for your vacation property, put that in the separate column. The reason why is this calculates what your loan to value is, and it's based on a property. So whatever values you have in here, or balances, and then the value, it'll roll up what your loan to value is. And that's going to be a tool for later tutorials when we show you how you can accelerate getting rid of some of this debt. So for a loan, you have the name, you put the balance, what the value of your property is. You don't have to put values here if it's a second loan. What type of mortgage it is, what the monthly payment is. The loan to value is automatically calculated for you. And then the interest cost, whatever's on your statement as this is what the interest for this month was, put that in there. When it's due, what the interest rate is, and this target I'll explain in a later video. That's going to be a tool again to help us eliminate. So you're just going to go through your properties. Do you have any car loans? Put what the car is, how much the balance, what the payment is on that balance or the vehicle, how much the interest cost last month, when it's due, and what the interest rate is. If you have credit cards, same. Put the name of the credit card, what the balance is, what the limit is. It'll automatically calculate how much is available. what the monthly payment is, and when the credit card close date is, interest cost that you were charged last month, when the credit card payment is due, and how much the interest rate is for that credit card. And again, we'll go over Target on a separate video. Personal loan section. Do you have a student loan? Did you borrow any money from a family member? Any kind of loan that isn't covered in auto loan, mortgage, or credit card, you want to put it in this column here. If there's interest associated with that personal loan, go ahead and put the interest cost in here. The nice thing about this tool is once you've completed all of the information, in this lower right hand corner you're going to see how much interest cost you have every single month. In this case we have one credit card and a mortgage, that's it, and we're paying $1,690 in interest every month. And based on the income that I put in, that's 39% of our overall income. That's a lot. So one of the things with Stop Living with Debt is we try and help you with tools to eliminate, reduce this amount, because that's costing us a lot in terms of our future. Okay, so that's the personal debt. Let's go down here and look at living expenses. You'll see that we have household expenses, living expenses, automobile expenses broken out. Basically, you're just going to go down this column. If you're using the cash flow planner, you can just pull your numbers directly over from your budget. If you don't have a budget and you don't know what these values are, use your best judgment. This is a snapshot in time, and we just want to determine your overall, your net cash flow, gross cash flow, what your net worth is. So be as accurate as you can, but you know, whatever these values are, if your electric bill is $100 a month, just put in $100. These columns here, or this column, we will get into what that means in a later tutorial. That's going to be a pretty helpful column for us to look at. But in any event, just complete your living expenses tab, and then from there you can click back onto summary and get a good snapshot of where everything's broken out. So how much income I have listed, how much my total debt payments are, what my living expenses are, which isn't accurate. That's just putting some numbers in there. But if I didn't have any debt at all, this was gone. Based on my income and my living expenses, this is how much would be left over. As it stands, with the one credit card and the mortgage, I have this much left over, my net cash flow. So this is what I'm working with, is positive every single month. And then based on these numbers, this is what my net worth is. So pretty simple. Remember, we have three primary tabs that we're entering our information in: the income and assets, personal debt, and living expenses. The summary, which is the tab that we're on now, just summarizes everything for us on one page so we can see everything nice and clear. The Financial Health Analyzer is a simple tool that gives you insight into your finances. It has some powerful features that we'll explore in separate tutorials. Go get the Financial Health Analyzer from our website now at stoplivingwithdebt.com. Plan to succeed. See you next time.